Hey guys, welcome to the BB Can 7 premiere chat. We're on the same
No, we're not.
page.
Alright,
I think we're just really excited.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting episode. I mean, let's just get this out of the way at the beginning like they do when you get on a plane.
Okay.
Watch the cast assessment and the house tour if you haven't already watched it. And then come back.
If you're on a Mac, the exits are on your upper left. If you're on a Windows, upper right. But you don't need those. Actually, is Windows on the left now too? I haven't used Windows.
I don't even know. I never close anything.
But anyway, welcome to season 7.
Arissa looked beautiful as usual.
I love that green color on her.
Great color.
Yes.
So, the a main objective this season is to find the ultimate agent. It's spy games.
Yay! So now that we actually know what's going on and we saw the house tour on ET Canada, we understand the decor a lot more now. Damn, I can't believe they're trying to make that HOH room have like a blood floor. Blah!
I'm just waiting for the first person to slip and get hurt, and then I'm gonna see some throw rugs down.
I don't know that it's as slippery as it looks though. I think that's just the finish on there.
Yes, the finish is what's slippery. When you get that wet,
I think it just looks
getting
shiny,
out
though.
of the tub, shiny means slippery.
Not always.
Always. Always. You show me something shiny and I guarantee you it's slippery.
I'm gonna find something. Okay, but anyway, I'm really excited. There's a lot of little secret rooms this season, which they didn't show before.
There's the archive, where they.
What's the deal with that?
I think that's just the gateway room.
Into Leon's lounge.
I think the gateway room, the archive, will hold a clue.
To get the blood veto, which is in Leon's lounge. But I wonder what all those documents are that they're going to pile up in there. Do you think it's going to be nonsense, or it's actually going to be like entertaining for them, or what?
There's going to be something in there that's going to lead them to go into the other room. They're going to have to dig through it.
Do you think they're going to have like funny stuff, or is it like Bible pages ripped out? Like what is it? What is it? What's going to be on the papers? Is it going to be the staff's children's scribblings?
Maybe it's the massive amount of paperwork you have to fill out to get on the show.
It could be, right? It could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so we're not going to go into detail about the cast here because we already did that. But it was fun seeing everybody go in. But
there was a vote from Canada, or for Canada. They had to pick one of the house guests to go in first.
Yes.
So that the others were unawares. He or she got to snoop around and take it all in.
Yeah, so that person was Damien, which I was a little bit surprised about because, not that he's like bad or anything, I just thought they would have picked somebody who was a little bit more like flamboyant or a little more polarizing maybe in their interview. Yeah. But he seems very like level-headed and
I think
quiet even.
He's like a typical I'm every Canadian.
I guess.
You know?
It's all in him.
His time is now. Alright.
Yeah, so he got to go in first.
And he can't tell anyone about it, ever!
Good thing the first in curse was broken by Tamar, right?
Yeah. I wonder what the punishment is for him telling someone else. Like maybe he's drunk and he's like, hey, guess what?
I went in first and I spied on you.
Yeah. I mean, because Canada is very quick to punish.
They've said in the past, if you reveal something like that, you're out. But I don't know what the deal is this time.
We'll see.
Could be like slop for a week for the whole house or something like that.
So they must have told him, hey, you are looking for a secret room.
I liked how his first instincts were to look in the fridge and the cabinets, dishwasher. The other fridge.
I think he might have been hungry.
I think maybe, yeah. It's a long day, I'm sure.
Did he think he would have to crawl through the dishwasher? Or like...
I don't know, but he did finally find himself in the, what is that, the archive room?
The archive, which was upstairs, right?
I don't know.
Because he was looking around downstairs and he was like, oh, gotta get back upstairs. Or did they tell him, hey, pretend like you're looking around downstairs, but the real place you need to look is upstairs.
I have no idea.
Because they're doing that when they have the studio audience there. They're not going to have them sitting around for 10 years while he's trying to find some stupid room.
Well, anyway, he did finally find the room, but then this is where I was like, oh, they must have told him to, like, look for something.
Something that's going to make a door open.
Yeah, because, I mean, why would he be, like, poking around in the cabinets like that? I don't know. Not the cabinets, the shelves.
Yeah.
So, eventually, the shelf was like... And
so much goes on these shows, especially BBUS, that they never let on to...
Of course.
To you knowing. I mean... Of course. It's ridiculous.
They're still telling a story on these shows, you know?
Alright, so he found the archive.
And he's like, ooh, a veto.
Yeah. Well, that was in Leon's lounge. Mm-hmm. And he tried to take it. And they were like, sit down before we shock you.
Oh, no! Yeah, so there were like all those TV screens. He's hanging out. He doesn't know what's going to happen yet.
No. But we find out that the first 5 going into the house are Laura, Dane, Chelsea, Adam, and Eddie. Eddie.
Yeah. And I'm thinking Big Brother must have given them all like first day outfits because...
Yeah. They all were like 007-ish.
Yeah,
outfits.
They were all wearing really fancy outfits in like fabrics and colors that I would not expect people to own.
No.
Just like, oh, I think I'll just put on this freaking jewel-tone suit.
Velvet
velvet suit. Which, they all looked great, but they must have given them clothes, right?
Yeah, of course.
If not, America needs to step up their fashion game.
America?
Yeah, we need to get on their level.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so Damien's watching them all as they go in, and the only thing that they highlighted was Dane and Adam in the storage room talking about maybe starting up a 4-guy alliance.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a lot of chance to chat about it because...
the girls were like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, Laura came busting in there. She was like, hey, are those guys in the storage room?
Mm-hmm. But I'm wondering, was he able to hear what they were saying, or was it just video? They didn't really make that very clear.
He must have been able to hear as well.
They made it seem like he could hear them, which is a lot to give somebody on the first night.
Yeah. Although in Canada, when they had that girl in the, or the 2 girls in the secret room, they couldn't hear what was going on.
Well, yeah,
they could only see.
That's why I'm not really sure. Wasn't it? It was a guy and a girl.
Yeah. But I think it was such a short amount of time that he probably could hear.
Yeah.
All right,
so he was like, ooh, what's going on there? Now, will he try to be part of that 4-guy thing, or what?
I would think so. Bless you.
Thank you.
The second group went in, and that was Mark, Samantha, Anthony, Kira, and Kaylin.
Okay.
So, they didn't really highlight that he had seen anything.
For this group, no, they showed, still learning names. They showed Chelsea talking to someone and being like, oh, I wonder if there's like spies
Someone
or
spying
something.
on us.
And he was like, spy? What?
He was like,
yeah.
Alright, so they said, Arissa came on the screens and said, get your A back to the studio because it's, you know, you gotta go
in with that third group.
And the third group was smaller. It was only 3 people plus him. And that was Kira, Stephania. I keep wanting to say Stephania.
Yeah.
No, Stefania. Yeah. Mackie?
Yeah.
I always call him Maki.
And Damien. We're still learning names. So they went in there. Everybody's like, oh my god, more people.
How lame was Damien? Like, oh, there's a lot of people in here already. Like, you didn't know?
Come on, man.
You really probably shouldn't have been that obvious.
Acting.
Yeah. So then they had the old round table introductions, round sofa introductions. This is one of my favorite parts
of every season. So they're all introducing themselves, some lying, some being truthful.
Kaylin, really? 29-year-old hoo-ha waxer?
Wieners too.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, so she's really 42, and she's not telling them her real age, her real profession, which is a psychic.
Psychic.
Or that she's married and has 4 children. So yeah, I mean, whatever, but...
I would find her out in a second.
I mean, 29, like, yeah, she looks great, but 29...
Come on.
Come on, you couldn't go above 30.
Yeah.
You couldn't go, like, 35, 33, I don't know, above 30. It's ambitious.
I'm sure that they're figuring, oh, there's probably got to be at least one oldie in the group.
Who's the old? Right? So
Yeah.
I think a couple of them were just kind of like, okay.
I think there was some skepticism there for sure.
Well, Eddie also lied. He lied about his job because he doesn't want everybody to know that he works in cryptocurrency.
He's a social media manager. Too bad he's not a social media mogul.
I
Right? That would have fit right in.
know! Right?
And then Dane, of course, had to pop his teeth out and be so disgusting. He put the teeth in his drink and then drank from it.
In the words
I was horrified.
of Chelsea, no!
No,
No!
no, Dane, bad dog.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. All right, so Arissa said, guess what?
This is Canada, and we're here to F you up.
We're here to torture you.
I mean, they don't play. They're like,
Yeah.
you know that about Canada, so.
They all had to say one thing that they wouldn't want the other house guests
Like before.
to know. Yeah,
Before.
in private.
Mm-hmm.
And they videotaped it. And they played the videotapes for everyone.
Some
They
people,
played the videotapes.
Some people got boned here more than others.
Eddie lied, of course.
Yeah, just a couple highlights here. He
Um,
lied about his job.
Right.
Now everybody knows.
Kaylin said she does readings. That was not quite as damaging as her saying, yo, I'm 42 and I got a husband and
Yeah,
four
it could have been
kids."
a lot worse.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, when she says she's a psychic, she does like tarot card readings and like, does she do the tea leaves?
Yeah, tea leaves.
Yeah, so
it's not like she's talking with the dead.
I know. I think she did say in her interview that she's like really intuitive, like that part of it too.
Oh, really, Caitlin?
I know, right? Don't give her a 4-piece puzzle, but no,
Maybe 5.
it could have been a lot worse for her.
Yeah.
And then Sam, I think this is kind of damaging. She was saying that she's gonna throw some comps.
And Kyria?
I thought it was Kiera, but
Kiera.
it sounded like she was saying Kira, which is really confusing because
Yeah.
now there's 2 Kiras. But she also was like, "You can call me KW." So I don't know.
think they're gonna probably.
Is
end
that
up
what they're
calling
sticking
her-
with?
Probably.
So KW was all like, "I like K-Dubs better. That's easy." KW is it's hard to say.
I really don't like her personality. It's hard for me to like her when she's
You don't like being called a loser?
Hey, losers. No, I've been called a loser long enough in high school. I think I've hopefully made it past that.
All right.
Oh, wait. No, we put videos on YouTube. No, still getting called a loser.
All right. Well, anyway, KW said that she's good at lying, so now that's out there.
Yeah.
I feel like the girls had a lot more info coming out than the guys did. A lot of the guys were just like, "Oh, I don't want people to know that I'm a softie."
Oh, I make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I'm gonna let them think I'm a dummy.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like theirs were not as bad as some of the girls.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, do you think that Big Brother should have done that?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, they should have known that it was coming, right? When they asked them on camera.
Yeah, but you don't know if that was part of like a video packet, you know, like an interview that they didn't know.
But I mean, like,
It wasn't like, I don't think it was like they were like, hey, come over here and tell us one thing.
if you've seen the show before, though,
You gotta know that stuff's coming out. But a lot of these people are recruits or haven't seen more than
I've
one
only
season.
seen like one season. Yeah, it wasn't Mackey's like, I've only seen one full season.
I don't even, you know what?
People are gonna figure that out real quick,
I'd be
so don't worry
surprised
about
if
it.
he had a television. He
I don't know.
probably saw it in Sequester.
All right, well, it was time for the first HOH competition, and it was really fun. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
It was different.
They had them in these plexiglass cubicles.
At first, we thought it was gonna be endurance.
Right.
But
Because
it
it
was
usually
so much
is.
more.
It usually is endurance.
I
So-
like this because it had like a Survivor vibe to it.
Yes. They were in their cubicles and they had to untie their knots
Mm-hmm.
to get keys that were just out of reach. So they
Oh,
had
no.
to figure out that they had to break the chair.
It reminded me of that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where you just see like the
Yeah.
arm reach out.
And
Yeah, so you had to break your chair
right.
and put it together, like put the legs together so that it would be long enough to get the keys. And you're really screwed if you drop your keys like Dane did.
Yeah. Because there's no picking them up after that. You might as well
Probably not going to get them.
bend over and kiss your butt goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So then the first 7 to make it out with the keys, and there was quite a few keys.
Well, you had to
on
unlock
there, too.
the lock, too.
Right. So the first 7 are moving on to part 2,
Mm-hmm.
which I wasn't expecting.
What do you mean?
I thought it was just going to be whoever escapes first.
Come
But then-
on. This is Trevor Boris, and he's amazing. These competitions are going to be on point.
Yeah, that's true. So then part 2 was a real Survivor style. Dig your way out under the beam.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Ew.
They gave them spoons, but pretty much nobody used the spoons.
Everybody was like, they started with it and they're like, no. It's way better to just use your hands. So, interesting tidbit here, too. This kind of made people think like, ooh, should I really be throwing this? Because this week, for this first week, there is no power of veto competition. So if you're up on that block, you're staying on that block.
Ooh, brutal.
Ooh.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, so that got people playing a little bit harder.
Yeah. Now you would think that a small person would be having an advantage at this.
We didn't get there yet.
Oh.
Let's say who the first 7 were to make it out of their
All right, so that was
thingies.
Adam, Kira, the one Kiara.
KW.
Right. Stefania.
Stephania.
Stephanie. I'm not
It's
gonna
a
get
learning curve.
anybody's name right. Kaylin, Anthony, Mark, and Mackie.
Yes.
Okay.
Good job.
I was afraid there for a second.
Yeah, so they all moved on to the second part, and everybody else had to just watch sadly from their
Cubicles.
cubicle prison.
Yeah, they were still stuck in there. They didn't let them out.
Yeah.
So Adam was in the lead pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, Mackie was doing pretty well. I feel like this was really... I feel like the guys had an advantage here with the digging, but at the same time, it would be less...
Stephania had an
digging for the
advantage
girls.
because she was small.
Smaller, yeah. The girls were smaller, so they wouldn't have to dig as much. But I think the advantage... The guys had more of an advantage with the arm strength and everything.
So Adam actually got stuck.
Ugh.
And it looked like he was going to move the beam. Like, and that looked super heavy too. And it was moving. And
nobody else was at that point though when he was going under. Nobody else really made it to the point of going under.
Mackie,
I guess Mackie
was the closest.
Yeah.
He could see like daylight underneath, but not big enough for him to fit through. So Adam
he was able to shimmy his way through.
Yeah, so now he's the first HOH. That's exciting.
Interesting.
I wonder who he's going to put up.
I don't know, but I know Laura is really nervous. And did you notice right after the competition was over, she went over to him. She's like, "Oh, good job! Congrats!"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, this wouldn't be the twistiest twisty season ever of Big Brother Canada if we didn't have another twist on the first night.
So many twists.
So one more person, one more female, is going to enter the house.
Oh, they are both a lot.
Whoa. And when they get in there, they have to complete a special mission.
Within like what, 24 hours? Is it?
Is it putting together a 5-piece puzzle?
I don't know. But if
That's
they don't,
very risky.
If they don't complete the mission,
they're out.
You're out.
All right, so we met them.
They put up their information, but it went really quickly, so I didn't get like all the deets on everybody. But
Holly from Newfoundland is a freaking armored guard. So like she's a mastermind.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that movie?
With Zach Galifianakis? That's a great movie. You
143.
Kristen Wiig, can't leave her out.
Yeah.
All right, and then there's Corey, equally as a lot.
They both are
New
very,
Brunswick.
yeah, they're both very physically and mentally tough, it seems like. It seems like they're both like the same type.
But this one's a math teacher. I thought she was a prison guard at first, but I guess math teacher, prison guard, almost the same thing.
She's benching, she's doing the other ones.
She's doing freaking planks and clapping in between. And
she's doing a lot. Yeah, so...
Who would you vote for?
I don't even know, because I feel like they both bring the kind of the same energy, so I'm not really leaning towards one or the other.
Either one's a win.
Yeah.
Either one is a win. So, the first eviction's tomorrow, I guess.
Think? We think?
I think because that's why they're not doing the veto, because they got a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming they'll evict somebody and then this new person will come in. I think. I don't know for sure.
I think so too, because usually when they have somebody come in, it's at the end of the episode.
Right. I'm also assuming that the live feeds are going to be starting tomorrow night after the episode. So the first spoiler video will be on Friday. And yeah, that's where we're at. BB Can doing the most with the twists.
Yeah.
A lot going on. But I'm excited.
I'm excited for the season. I think there's a lot of possibilities.
I think it's going to be a fun cast.
I think it's a good group. There's nobody that I don't, that I'm like, oh, I can't stand this person.
My hope is that they just don't overdo it with the twists.
And I hope they don't overdo it with, like, the product placement so that...
They gotta pay for the show somehow.
Yeah.
They can't pay for this beautiful, big production.
I know, it really just takes away from the whole flow of the game, though, when they put too many sponsors in there.
I'll take it if that's what we have to do to get
I just feel bad for the casuals who just watch the broadcast show.
That's their bad. Alright, well anyway, let us know what you guys thought of the premiere. Who are your early favorites? Leave it in the comments.
I have so many.
I know, right? We'll see you guys tomorrow.
And until then,
much love.